Hey everybody, it's me, Viva Sepia Scholar, and I'm back. And as you can see, I am back on the couch, back to the foolishness, back with all my reviews, and I'm super excited to watch these shows with you. It's been a crazy time. Those of you who actually follow me and know me in real life know I've been working on a huge project and it's finally finished. So I'm totally here for the reviews now. I'm back to my regular everyday grind. Hopefully, I get more opportunities to grow as a person. But that's what I've been doing for the past since last November. But either way, we're back to the excitement, back to this amazing show. Put a ring on it. It gives what needs to be gave. As you know, I tried to look at Marry Me Now. Never again. Not doing it. So if you want to check out my channel, I have a bunch of cool playlists where I do, this channel is about reactions, reviews, and grown-up conversations. And honestly, I enjoy the grown-up conversations the most. Reality TV is my way of getting out of my analytical, technical side and jumping into a little bit of ratchetry, fun, effery, because we're not 2 minutes in yet, so I can't cuss, all that good stuff. So I hope this video finds you happy, healthy, loved, and ready to talk about this show. Put a ring on it. So these beautiful people that you see down on the bottom, we have Shay, the lady in red, Fonzo, who's a cross between Rick Ross and Darius Cooks. Yeah, I said it. And then we have Charlie, or I think her name is Charlena, the whole name. She just need to escape. And we have old Otis, the fine man who's kind of off. And then we have Shorty, cute little one with her little ponytail. And then we have Kenneth from NOLA, Baton Rouge to be exact. So this episode, it was chock full of action. I was not bored at any point. Y'all love to have too many commercials. Y'all killing me with the commercials. I don't think there was enough show, but I really enjoyed watching these couples go through their dates and how they reacted. I didn't enjoy some of the scary shit that I saw. Lifetime type shit that I saw, but I did enjoy the show. So I'm going to pull up my notes and let's go on a quick trip down the put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Lane, hopefully I don't get copyright for that. And you like my voice? Me too. But anyways, let's go through these notes on what happened on the show. So season 3, episode 2, it's tables turning tables, whatever. Dudes go on a date. So the synopsis is the men are excited to take their turn at dating new women while most of their partners keep their cool. One less jealousy rears ugly head. Ken mistrust gets out of hand and he steals Shorty's phone. Anyways, we start off with a recap of the women's dates. If you remember, Charlie went out with Meta, the dude from Africa. Freaking Courtney and Eddie did a review that was funny as hell. They were saying he looked like he walked from Africa. No offense, because they shot him coming out of some damn bushes. It was weird. It didn't make no sense. He was wearing his soccer outfit. They were going to go play soccer. But she had a good time. She got some flowers from him or whatever. And old Otis acted a whole donkey. We'll talk about that more towards the end when she came back from that date. Then we had Shay, who went out with Brian from the D. He looked good. The clothes looked too small. I wasn't sure what the hell was going on. I did love the colors. Apparently, she likes big men. I like big men too, but skinny dudes, we love y'all too. So that's why she likes Darius Cooks, aka Fonzo. And then we had, last but not least, of course, Shorty went out with my favorite, Hollywood Al. And they went to reenact Ghost, and they did the clay, and he gave her a necklace and all that other stuff. And he bought her a necklace that Kenneth threw away, and Otis threw away the flowers that Meta gave Charlie. So that was a synopsis of the beginning episode. And then we start off with Shay in the bathroom crying because at the end of the last episode, she explained how Fonzo went on a family trip without her, with his mom and his baby mama, and they was doing it for the gram. They was TikToking up, and that's how she saw it. She was not invited. If that was me, I'd be hitting Viola Davis. I'd grab my purse and leave that meeting, or I'd be like, That's it for me. You ain't got to show me twice. I'm out. But Shay is sticking around. And the person that I watched this episode with told me that she's probably sticking around because I'll get into it. But either way, Shay and her lakefront came back from the bathroom crying about the family issues and how their families aren't merging correctly. And Dr. Nicole says the process can be uncomfortable. And Shay says she's hurt because she loves Fonzo dearly, puts him on a pedestal, and introduced him to her family, and she's upset that he can't do the same for her. Fonzo looks unbothered and annoyed, and what I didn't notice the first time I watched the episode, because I do watch it multiple times so I can get some good notes, was he didn't bother to go check if she was all right, nothing. He just sat there and looked annoyed. He ain't worried about that damn lady. I think she's pretty, and she's thicker than a Snicker, so you better be careful before he loses out on that damn lady. So, because he is tripping. So, Dr. Nicole, who actually gives a damn about Shay, or at least does for TV, asks if she's okay. And then she turns around and asks Fonzo if he's okay. And he says he's in a situation he's trying to fix, but what can he do? And I'm like, what? It's your mama, your family. You can't ask them to respect your old lady? So I'm thinking, y'all, I'm contemplating. Shay might be the side chick that he decided to make the main chick, and that's why they having all these damn problems. Either way, he says he's pissed off because you don't air your dirty laundry. And I'm like, okay, fake ass Rick Ross, you're on TV. What do you think you're doing on reality TV? Were y'all gonna fake it? Are y'all faking it now? I'm confused. And she really put the real business in the street? What exactly are you talking about? I think he don't want his mom and his baby mom to actually see what's actually going on with their relationship in the lies he done told. Anyways, Dr. Nicole says if he can't be a solution, he needs to take himself out of you take yourself out of being a partner, and is that what you want? He says no, but you can tell he's washed his hands of this whole situation. I think Shay needs to leave ASAP. And my buddy TJ, TJ Chats, whatever, says she knows where the money resides and where her bread is buttered, and that's why she's tolerating his bullshit. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Please, please, please. While you're there, hit that like button. And if you like my content, subscribe, come hang out with me for a while. But back to Dr. Nicole. Dr. Nicole says you have to see the other person. So you have to see the other person and what they need so they don't lose in order for you to win. So that's an amazing way to think of a relationship. So now on to old Otis. The fine man down on the bottom with his little turtleneck on and his wash away hairline. Yes, I see you. What is with the dudes and the hairlines on this damn show? Because we had fake T.I. last time and his spot. We just need to let that shit go. Sometimes I just need to let that shit go. And Otis, I think he'll be fine with a bald head. You fine in general. Anyways, she asked Charlena, however you say her name, how her date with Meta went, and she said it was fun. He was easy to talk to. They played soccer. He gave her flowers that Otis snatched and threw away. He says her taking flowers from another man is disrespect, and she should know better. I'm like, what? That is not your child, sir. And it's so obvious that he thinks he's God's gift to women, and that's why she feels like she should be lucky to have him, and so she should know her place and stand in line. He's traditional extreme. Anyways, she says he was mean and he told her to go take a shower. And you could tell Shorty was like me, oh, we going there. She had a visible physical reaction. And Dr. Nicole in her ponytail looks like she wants to go off, but she kind of purses her lips, holds it in. And Otis sits up there, him and his Beijing ass hairline, and lies. He said it was because she was sweaty and musky and their energy was off. And he was just telling her to go have a refreshing shower while he finished cooking in the kitchen. Of which we know he's a bold-faced ass lie, because he was talking about her being with another man, and he sat up there and made that good ass salmon and ate it all by himself and had her eat the old food as a punishment while she sat there and cried. You cried. And you see how ninjas will lie? If it was me, I would have knocked that whole pan of good ass salmon in the trash so it could sit there and reside where my flowers went. Yes, you Otis. I see you, Otis. I see you. So Dr. Nicole told him he was angry, insecure, and seeking to establish dominance. All that, Dr. Nicole. I don't know what they put in that ponytail, but I need to get me one. I do that. got one. Anyways, what they put in that ponytail, it has lots of wisdom. But she was like, but in the context of her going out on a date with another man, you being angry about the flowers, you were implying that she was dirty and disrespectful. And Charlie said that she did feel nasty. And she was like, can you take ownership of what you did and the hurt you caused? And he's like, yes. So he's one of those Negroes that will get in front of everybody and act totally calm and fine, like he's going along, and he acts like a whole terror at the damn house. Been there, done that. Please escape. Okay, Charlie? Escape. Anyways, Dr. Nicole said, if you think you're going to control your partner in this process, you're going to be disappointed. Kenneth, then we go to Kenneth, and he said he was shocked that they used a person from the first season. I think he's like, what's the word? I lost my vocabulary on this. Good day. I think he feels threatened the fact that, Hollywood is from New Orleans too, and his swag is 100 times better, and Shorty apparently is drawn to that, so he's scared he has some competition. Anyways, he's like, what'd you like about the date? Shorty said it was easy to communicate with Hollywood. They talked about finances, family, everything under the sun, and it's not the same with Ken. And maybe she's trying to force Ken to be something that he's not. And he kind of squeezes her, I don't know, maybe to show his presence, to calm her down because she was getting upset, whatever. And she says she likes to talk and he's not a talker. And he says he feels uncomfortable in a type of way, and that it makes him feel like he has nothing to offer her. He got nothing for her. And she tells him, when she told him about the date, he threw her necklace over the balcony. He took her phone and locked himself in a room for hours and got upset and was looking at all the texts like, oh, you talk to your friends about me in this way. And he sat there for hours living his best life with her phone. That's super duper bitch assness, bitch made. And for those of you who haven't seen my Manosphere video, in the Manosphere, we talked about when people break up and it goes wrong and people get hurt. And this is giving me that vibe. It's super scary. But either way, Dr. Nicole asked what he was insecure about. And he said he had lost his confidence and got overwhelmed. And she appreciated his honesty. And she starts talking about maths and bringing shit to the table and winning and losing, the whole Dr. Nicole spiel. This dude is batshit crazy. But it's, whatever. So now she asks who wants a second date. And Charlie says no to Meta. We all knew. If she date notice, well, you never know. A dude look better than, don't look as good as you can take your old lady if he makes her feel some type of way, if she feels good to be around him. Just in case you don't know. Anyways, she says no, and Otis got surprised because he got mad for no reason. His eyes got big. She said there was no real connection. Shay says no to Brian. Good convo, common beliefs with work, family, and character, but physically no. So he wasn't even small. Maybe I need to see him in real life. He just saying he ain't got titties like Fonzo, but we ain't gonna say that because Fonzo like to wear that fat necklace, and I'm not calling him fat. He has a actual fat bling chain that he wears with his Gucci shirt when he feel like getting his Rick Ross on. Rick Ross decided to show his titties, so Fonzo said he gonna do that shit too. Except he looked like Darius Cook. I wonder if he could fix me a plate. Side note, anyway. So Fonzo said he figured that because he knows it's old lady. She says Fonzo is confident and petty, so she knows she's gonna hear all about this. Shorty asked to date Hollywood again. My TV just kicked off. It's real life, y'all. Let me mute this. Back to what I was saying. Back in the mix. So Shay says Fonzo is confident and petty, and Shorty asked to date Hollywood again because she said Kenneth's gonna be mad if she goes out with Hollywood again, but then he's gonna be mad if she talks to somebody new. So she might as well just do what she want to do, and that's go out with Hollywood out again. More airtime for Hollywood. Yay! I love you, boy. Anyways, Kenneth doesn't like this. He said he doesn't like this get to know each other ish. It's going too far. He said first dates are an illusion, smoke and mirrors. He says that they're solid, and Shorty says she's tired of them ignoring their problems. So now we go to the guys. They're gonna go on dates, and the ladies aren't ready, meaning they're jealous. Charlena says Otis is petty, and we'll get back at her for pissing him off with her date. Shay says she's excited to see Fonzo go, and Dr. Nicole, emphasizes that you can't control other people. I have to teach myself that all the time. You can't control what people do. They show Ken and Shorty in the car, and it looks like it's her car. He questions why, and I think that Ken is being taken care of about Shorty, and that's why he feels emasculated. But that's just V speaking, the CPS scholar speaking. That's what I see. And he questions why she wants to go on a second date. She says that she has positive vibes with Hollywood. He's like, I don't have positive vibes. She's like, no, we're going through things that's not solid, basically, right? And she says she doesn't want to feel forced to be with him, that they are not solid. She wants a fun date to go have fun. He gives her back her phone, which means he's had her phone this entire damn time. He had the nerve to even go to the group session with her phone in his goddamn pocket. The audacity. So she says that she looks at the phone and she notices that he sent himself her banking and financial records. And she demands he delete those pictures. And he says, I can't delete something that doesn't exist anymore. And she feels like he violated her privacy. And I'm like, what in the Dateline ID is going on? She keeps demanding and he gets out the car. So my whole thing was this is V speaking. Okay, this is scary. I honestly don't believe he sent her financial records and banking. I think they're using code because all of this shit could be a crime. This is how revenge porn happens. This is how this happens. You break up with somebody, they get upset, and most of the time when you're with somebody, that's why I don't do pictures. I don't send nudes. I don't do any of that shit for that exact reason. If somebody has something like that, I must have really, really been, I don't know what the hell. They don't exist. Don't even bother looking. So I feel like they downplay it because, this is reality TV. Is reality TV not real? So it might have been a situation that he did the nude and they're just changing it up to PG of the show. But this is some old Dateline ID ass shit. He is out of control and he has issues and she needs to leave. She doesn't even seem happy. I wonder what level of D that he has going on that she is staying here. Yes, she's older, miss, but I'm pretty sure you could pull somebody else. Don't listen to Kevin Samuels, them. You could pull somebody else. Hell, you pulled his slow ass. Okay, anyway, I'm getting beside myself. Now they're home, and she said this is the worst fight. They had a great group session, and now this is the worst fight they've ever had. She's pissed off about the pics. He's like, my bad. I realize I did wrong. But when I get angry, I sabotage her. And she's like, he wants to make sure that nobody wants me. Not another man, not my job. And I'm like, what? You don't play with people living. I don't like that. I cannot. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves. You don't play with people's money. Everybody has to live. Have you seen the grocery prices? Everybody need to be gainfully employed. Stop playing. But come to find out, he spammed her work website with bad comments on her post for work. So it looks like she's forced to be with him because if she doesn't stay with him, she has to face the consequences. That don't sound scary to y'all? Shorty, blink twice if you need to be free, because this is weird. Anyways, he says he has issues, and she sits up here, lets him whine and cry, and then she's like, can I hold your hand? Okay, mama, literally. So you're his mama. I understand men need peace. They need a quiet place. They need to be nurtured. Yeah, I am not your mother. It's obvious he says he doesn't feel good enough for her. And she feels sorry for him, so she just keeps taking him back. It's insane. Anyways, we go to old Otis. And Otis offers Charlene a smoothie. So you couldn't give me no salmon, but you're going to offer me a smoothie, huh? Anyways, they're talking about his date, and he says he's smooth. And he hopes it doesn't go too well, meaning that if it goes too well, he'll pull the girl. And that's when Sherry from Orlando in her highlights shows up. And Charlotte says she thinks that he will break boundaries due to his pettiness, just to teach her a lesson. I'm so sick of dudes trying to groom people. If the person is not what you like, keep it moving. Stop trying to groom girls to be whatever traditional thing you're trying to do. Find a girl that's traditional. Why make a girl miserable because you want her to be traditional to meet whatever box you want her to fit in? It's insane. Anyways, we go to Fonzo putting on every piece of swap meet jewelry that he owns, while Shay acts like she's disturbed because he's being extra. And like my homeboy said, she's trying not to fumble the bag. She's upset that he didn't check on her while she was in the bathroom. See, that's what I said. He said he didn't think it was so emotional, so he really don't give a damn how she feels. He said he spoke to everyone in his family, and he told her if she's the one with the problem, she needs to go talk to his mom and not him. I'm like, what the hell? That's your mama. So if it goes left and she get disrespectful, then you're gonna be like, why did you feel the right to go talk to my mama? It's like, what? Be a man. Get some cojones. This thing is a mess. So either way, Chantel from Brooklyn, and she looks and sounds it, except she looked like a lighter Babs Bunny. And I love Babs Bunny from the band. I love her to death, but she's super strong. It's like a sassy chick, nice body, sounds like a dude. And not in a trans way, like she sounds like she's gonna put hands on you. That's what it sounds, what I mean by dude. Anyway, she has this blouse on, which was really giving blouse, that was falling apart, looked wide open. You could see her little bra through it. She comes up to the door. Like I said, she was cute. She kind of looked like a little mama now that I think about it, the rapper. But anyways, Shay closes the door in her face. And then Fonzo tells her to open the door. And when she finally lets her in, Chantel's like, no handshake. She's like, nope. And she tells Fonzo, don't call her no pet names, like babe, none of that stuff. And she calls Chantel the ops. If you don't know what ops is, that means the enemy. And when they go get in the car, she goes and she knocks on the window. She's like, and she's like, don't touch the armrest. Keep your arms in your lap. And Chantel was like, basically, she wanted to smoke. And she said, don't tell me how to move. I'm like, they about to jump off now. Wow. Anyways, now Fonzo is mad and irritated on his date. Fonzo and his pink shirt are mad and irritated on their date. But Chantel and her blouse have no issue flirting with him. She tells him she has 2 kids, and she asks, do you want more children? He says he has 3. Shay has none, and he wants to give her one, which means he still has plans on having a future with Shay, or at least impregnating her. You know how they do. And he says he has a 24-year-old, and everybody's like, oh, okay. I'm not shocked. Anyways, he said he can tell that Chantel's giving him the eyes. He says there are trust and family issues between, because Chantel says, what's going on in your relationship? They usually have the date ask. He says there are trust and family issues. And Chantel asks, what's the rules for them dating? And he says, no hugging or kissing. And she says, so I can't do this to you? I didn't mean to do that, y'all. I forgot where I was. But anyways, he says that she meets his criteria, and she was definitely an ego boost for him, and he had a great time. Otis and Sherry, the girl from Orlando who came up to date Otis, he said she was very classy, covered up, so he thinks that's very mature and good for long term. But on a first date, he wanted to see some skin. He said he went to Albany State, shout out. He says he likes loyalty and something good to look at, and but long term, he wants something that represents his brand. Y'all hear that, y'all? His brand. Otis know what he's doing. Otis might be worse than Kenneth. At least Kenneth is letting Shorty be who she is. Anyways, not going to go there. Anyways, he asked about the dating history. And this is me, V, speaking. I think that Otis is not going to give Sherry another chance. I'd be shocked. She is wifey material in his eyes, but she wasn't giving hot sex on a platter, and she wasn't giving the play that he was looking for so that he can be petty and make Charlie feel like shit. He wants to test the boundaries. So he needs somebody hotter, because Sherry was giving Sherry from HR vibes, and he wanted to get loose so he can make Charlie, have someone on TV to make Charlie know her place. Anyways, now we have Shamaya, and she was beautiful, amazing, smile looked amazing in yellow, and she's there for Kenneth. Shorty says she's concerned that Kenneth will make another connection with another woman. She wants him to fix himself to be with her. What I did notice is that she was dressed for kickball and Kenneth was dressed for Bible study. So I don't know what in the Corinthians was happening here, but it was a mess. He says she's cool and a good vibe, but he can't shake what's going on with Shorty, so he can't focus. They're doing glass art, and they tried to do a little sexy, but it didn't work because Kenneth was like getting his ER on, like, hey, yeah, okay. And he says she's gonna shake and he's gonna blow. If he was trying to be nasty, he would have said the other way around. Anyways, he would have said the other way around. So he tells her that he's working on being with Shorty and working on their relationship. So he's not gonna give any energy. At least the girl had enough sense to plug her dang on boutique. And she asked him why he was doing this. And he said this whole show is like a big ultimatum to him for her to act right. Shemaya says she hates arguing, but this whole date seems like a therapy session now. This is me saying this. He said that him and Shorty both deserve love, and whether it be from together or from each other or from other people. He thanked Miss Shemaya like they were on an interview when you both know that the job is not going to work out. And then we skip over to Otis. He brings home a cake, a very ugly cake, by the way, topped with flowers. And basically she mentions her throwing away flowers. And he tells her that Sherry was a nice girl. And they talked about loyalty and respect. And he took a jab at Charlie and said that's not too much to ask. He now sitting there playing the okie doke, freaking just gaslighting that ass, saying that, oh, now that I've gone through it too, I think that we should have no boundaries. Like I said, I see you, Otis. I see you. He about to act a whole ass on this show to make this girl feel like shit or nasty and dirty, like he was insinuating when he told her to take a shower. Now they're in a group session, and they asked Fonzo about his date, and he says the date was nice, and Shay was acting up. She was being Shay 2.0, and she said she was showing her ass because he was too happy and excited, and she don't trust him online, not even on TikTok. And he says that Shay is overpowering, and then the episode ends. So they show a clip for next week, and they say everybody's going on a date except for Fonzo and Shay. And Ken is going to go out with Shawty's friend, which I thought was very weird and strange. And they focus on the fact that Fonzo doesn't take infidelity serious. So it's like my friend TJ said, she's staying there because of the bag. He don't respect her. He's a big ass cheater. She probably was one of the side chicks. The baby mama know it. The mama know it. She don't want to meet anybody else, and that's why she's not with the foolishness. But either way, this was an amazing episode. There was so much to talk about. Definitely winning over Married at First Sight, which is 2 hours of a 30-minute show. But I give this episode 4 out of 5 Smarties. I was here for it. I enjoyed it. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me as we went on over Put a Ring on It, Season 3, Episode 2, Tables Turned. Hopefully you'll join me again for my next review. Thank you so much, and I hope that you're being loved. Love who loves you. Hope God is blessing you with everything that you want and need, and I give you lots of love. And the CPS Scholar, as I always say, is out.